Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Kotodaman video. Today we're talking about the bingo missions for the Sakamoto Days collaboration. We're going to knock out 3 missions in one here. Mission 1, Mission 2 and Mission 3. Now for Mission 1, you just have to clear the extra quest, which I'm showing on the screen here. But the completion of the daily stage of the extra quest also would count towards this mission. So you can clear Mission 1 while you're doing Mission 2. I do recommend still going and doing that extra quest because you do get some gems for clearing it the first time. So I'm knocking out 2 in a row here because I'd already done the first clear the day before. And so the daily stage, second time the stage has come up. I'm doing it here and now. And by doing that, I'm clearing Mission 1 and Mission 2. But wait, this stage also gives you a 50 luck copy of the Honor Break Taro Sakamoto, and 50 luck plus 50 luck because it's 2 days in a row. That's 100 luck. That's max luck, and that's mission 5. So we actually clear 3 missions here. Technically, you have to clear the stage twice, and you can only do it over the course of 2 days. But seeing as I had already cleared the stage once, clearing this stage will make sure that I have 3 missions on my bingo boards cleared right away. This stage is also very easy. I mean, in terms of what's on the bingo board, there's no real difficult stages. There's one that's maybe a little bit trickier, but like there's not a lot of difficult ones. I think over time they've learned that putting the difficult ones on the bingo board kind of rude. It's kind of just not cool. Now there are special stages that can pop up after you clear certain stages during this event, similar to the Blue Lock event. It's like an invasion thing. We didn't get one there, but the first time I cleared the stage, I did. It was like a stage with Nagumo on it. And you will see later in the video me getting one of these invasions for clearing one of the other stages. Now, for Mission 3, we're skipping ahead to Mission 3 because we already did 2. It's the quiz, as always. I somewhat loathe these missions because they take the longest by far to write about. But at the very least, you know, if it's a series that has a decent wiki, or if it's a series that I have personally read or watched, it's okay. And I have read Sakamoto Days at least, you know, a decent chunk of it. I'm not like up to date or anything, but I've read like, you know, decent handful of the initial arcs. At the very least, everything that's covered in this event, I have read. So it's fine. I knew enough that I could sort of work out what they were trying to say with all the questions, and it's okay. Now, the only potential issue you may find with this one is that in the first section, there are multiple questions that only have 4 hiragana as the answer. I think it might only be 2, but it might be 3. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you'll see as we go through. And the reason that's an issue is because when it's only 4, it doesn't give you any hint ones in there. It's only if it's 5 or more that you'll get a hint hiragana already put in the slot. And so if you can't read Japanese, you may have trouble looking at the question and deciphering which one is which, and therefore which answer to put in. Fortunately, I knew enough. Yeah, it was 3 questions, I think. 3 questions with 3, with 4. So, fortunately, I could read enough that I was able to say, okay, that's this question, that's that question, and I was able to answer it. But for people that can't, that might be a little bit trickier. But remember, in order to clear the mission, you only need to get 2 answers or more right. So just getting 2 will do it. So if you mess up that first section, that is completely okay, because the following sections don't have that problem. And you can just answer based on, you just look at which hint hiragana you get and how long the questions are, and you'll be fine. You'll totally be able to get it. And, you know, as always, I have to remind you, there is absolutely no reward for getting 10 answers right whatsoever. It is only for bragging rights. If you get 2 right, you get the tick on the bingo board and you get the free Sakamoto Days summon, which is guaranteed to be a new gacha Sakamoto Days unit. I say new, this is the first Sakamoto Days event, I should say. It's guaranteed to be a Sakamoto Days gacha unit. 4-star or 5-star. 95% 4-star, so obviously not particularly likely, but I mean, if you watch the Blue Lock event, you will have seen that I did actually get a 5-star during that event from that summon. So it can go in your favor, more likely to not go in your favor, but just something to bear in mind that just 2, that's all you need. Now, as for this event, I think this is an event that we maybe thought was definitely a possibility. This is sort of the pre-anniversary collab. The anniversary, the 7th anniversary, is going to be, I believe it's 7th. I think it's 7th anyway. It's going to be during April at some point. I think it's within the next couple of weeks. I know it is April as of this video going up because I was a little bit slow to get this video up. But yes, this is sort of the pre-anniversary. Once we get to the actual anniversary collaborations, and by the way, we have no idea what those are, but they typically go for bigger series. You know, your Demon Slayers, your Jujutsu Kaisens, the things that are really popular right now, or, you know, they have done ones like My Hero Academia where it's got like some long-term popularity. It's not always going to be a Shonen Jump series. It can totally be something else. It could be pretty much anything. It doesn't even need to just be anime or manga. It could be a video game collab, or a, you know, like a live action collab. They've done like Super Sentai and Kamen Rider and Ultraman and stuff like that. Like there's no set hard and fast rule, but generally it's an anime series, and generally for the anniversary it's a bigger one. And you will see increased rewards during that. This bingo is only 1,000 gems. I think any bingos during the anniversary are typically 5,000. And in addition to that, there will be like massive login bonuses, good sales packs. There'll be better rewards for clearing events. There'll just be so much stuff. So it's going to be good. And I'm hoping it's a nice collab for everybody. But that is Mission 3 clear. Mission 4 is another easy one, luckily. This is just to clear the first stage of this like story event. They do a story event for like every one now, for every collab. And this first stage, well, they're all easy for the story event. They come out one after the other over the course of a certain amount of days during the event. If you're joining like right near the end of the event, you can just probably whack out all of the missions, or all of those stages in one go. All of those stages will give you gems as a reward for clearing them, so make sure you do that. But they are very easy. Normally with these stages, they are setting up or suggesting that you should make a certain word, but it is by no means required, and it is very straightforward to just clear the stage just by getting combos. But there's another stage we're going to do later where it's suggesting that you do a word, and it's a little bit more difficult to clear the stage without getting that word. Again, by no means impossible, but certainly it makes things a lot easier if you do get the word, and I will show me getting the word. Now, this is a very quick mission. These meat buns you will have been getting for clearing stages up until this point. I think you get 200 per full stage. So doing like mission 1, 2, 5 that like we did at the start, that will give you enough to get 400. There is an item that costs 400, which I just purchased, and that will clear the mission. Very, very simple, that one. There is also other rewards in that store if you want to get those. And I mean, over the course of the event, you will get more of these meat buns, so you may as well. The item that I purchased is one of those ones where you can use the skill in-game. I remember looking at it and thinking it wasn't particularly strong. I think it's aimed at green units. I don't know. It didn't seem that strong, so it's whatever. Now, this stage, as with many other stages, when you have the hammer debuff, you're not expecting it to be particularly strong because it's a very new debuff. There are very few units that resist it. There are some. They have released some. You know, I think the new, you can see I'm using that Sakamoto. They also released an April Fool's Day unit, which is only available for a few days. It's the maintenance, their name's Maintenance Chan. It's the character that is sort of representative of when maintenance is up. And that character is already available for free, but there's a new version of her just for April Fools that also has like new debuff resistance and all this stuff, and you can max her out for free by clearing the stage like a few times. It's not that hard. And yeah, she would also help with this stage, I believe, because she also, I think, resists hammer. She had a new debuff resist, I know that for sure, and I think it was hammer. But this stage is very much beatable in one turn, but I sort of messed it up. And it's not the first time, because the next mission I messed that one up as well. But you know, it's fine. It's really, you can see, like, look how minimal damage I took there. Yes, I did send the hammers back at him, but I think even if they'd hit me, it really wouldn't have been an issue. But yeah, as you know, the hammers, the way they work, if they hit you, they do damage to you, but if you manage to clear them, then they not only won't hit you, they will hit your opponent. But they'll take the damage, which is great. Now, I probably should have beaten it in one turn. That's how easy the stage is. But this is, like I said, the bingo is more focused on the easier stages of the event, which I appreciate. There are harder stages, but you ain't got to do it for this. So it's fine. And that's mission 7 Clinton. Here's the invasion I was talking about. This one has Osaragi on the image. So there are invasion quests that I think once you unlock them, they're available for the rest of that day. So you can go and clear them. I don't even know what they drop, but it's not important for the bingo, but just something to bear in mind. Those will turn up sometimes. Now, mission 9. These are the key stages, the ones that give good player EXP. They give you all the keys at the start of the event nowadays. You used to have to wait day by day by day. I'm pretty sure they just give them all to you now. And the way these work is there is a word they're trying to get you to spell. If you are incapable of spelling it, you will eventually brute force the stage, probably, but it will take you a long time. They have made these stages a little bit easier, but as you can see, this is not a clear the stage, this is a challenge the stage. You don't even have to beat it. Now you can see I mess up here because in my head I'm thinking ko no shi. Okay, that makes sense because that's talking about like killing somebody, assassinating somebody. So I'm like, so ko no shi have to go together, and so I put those three at the end, and I put the ya first. And that was wrong. I was supposed to put the ya at the end. But seeing as I knew in my head that ko, ro, shi had to be together, those were the only two options. It could either go koroshi and then ya, or then ya, koroshi. And so it's koroshi ya. My mistake. My mistake. But you can see where I got the combo. You can see the bomb counter has gone to 0. And now the bomb is going to hit Sakamoto instead of hitting me, and it will kill him. To be honest, we would have brute forced this stage eventually anyway, and you can brute force this stage, but I didn't. I also made a mistake in the quiz as well. You can actually, if you put the wrong character in, there's a button you can press, and it will just take that orb out. Obviously, that doesn't work if you put the whole complete word in wrong because it's already submitting it. If you just put one character in, you go, oh, I did it wrong. There's a button you can press that takes it out, which I think is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yes, this is the final mission, and it requires you to beat a story mode stage. Most likely you will have this area unlocked, but you will not have this particular stage unlocked because you need to clear all of the like missions where you watch the cutscenes. But I just watched all the cutscenes before recording this time, and by watched I mean skipped. Now this, again, if you see the balloon debuff, you're immediately assuming this stage can't be that difficult because balloon is a fairly new debuff. There really aren't that many units that resist it. Only if you've been like playing with recent collab units and recent like festival gacha. So, you know, it's probably going to be a little bit on the easier side. Attack down is more likely to be a more potent debuff, but the thing you're worried about here, I guess, there's a bomb. You need to get combos of green units for the bomb. And then, you know, you don't want to get attack down. You don't want to get hit with that bomb, which I believe was also an attack down bomb. And I guess the idea being, if you don't deal with the debuffs here, you're basically going to be doing no damage, and it's going to take forever. Not an issue here, because we dealt with all the debuffs. It's like not a big deal. There are like 3 units for most of the new debuffs now, but it's still just like not that consistent a thing. So most people won't have like solid teams. And again, you can see I probably could have done this in one turn, and I messed it up again, but it's okay because look how little damage she did, and now she is weakened. And her being weakened basically means all I've got to do is hit her. Look how low the HP is. But I'm still considering, you know, I'll try and factor in the debuffs and trying to get the combos, and you know, it's okay. It's worked out all right. I was actually for a second I was like, oh, am I actually gonna mess up this combo as I'm watching the footage back? But it's like, she has like 2 HP. Like, what difference does it make? And yeah, I think I should definitely take care of this. She also sets up the like background area, the world, the domain, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And another stage cleared. I've actually thought like maybe I should do like videos of like the more challenging stages, like walking through how I sort of deal with them. But like, you know, as I am quite busy, even getting these videos up is quite time consuming. But maybe that could be a bit less formal, and it could just be me recording me doing it and just explaining it. I don't know. Bingo 1 is complete. We're not doing Bingo 2 because you don't get any gems for it, but Bingo 1 does give you 1,000 gems, which is lovely. But we also have the free summon, which we may as well do because, I mean, why not? And like I said, it's guaranteed to be either the standard 4-star Sakamoto Days unit, which is what's her name? Aoi Sakamoto's wife, which evolves into Sakamoto's wife with their daughter. But guys, that's only a 95% chance. There is a 5% chance that you could get any of the Sakamoto Days gacha units. I assume the special unit is in there, but I've never gotten it. I've never gotten the special unit for it. I would imagine the odds are astronomically low of that happening. So, not worth thinking about. But obviously the special unit is like Sakamoto, like the transformed, like, you know, the cut and slim version. You can actually see they've released a special banner to help you defeat Slur. That's how long I took with this video. The special stage, which is Slur, is out. And yeah, they've released a special banner to help you get some units to beat him, because the Sakamoto Days units aren't enough, I guess. I guess they aren't enough. But yeah, I thought, you know what? I don't have enough gems to do like a whole thing. Let's do a multi. And I got nothing. So that's the end of the video. It's a great video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.